Only doing half the tomatoes this year. Got 2 rows ready for tomatoes, and like I said, these are on the end to help the for the hose, and they're driving the last one down there. And so they'll match up with those on that end, and we're fixing to sow some seeds. Okay, Miracle's watering her flowers in, and this is showing you how the hose is keeping the stob's keeping the hose off the plants. Righteous just got done digging the holes for the peppers, and I am working on the tomato plants, and I just wanted to show you. We take off all these lower leaves. They're already drooping, being out in the sun. Just pinch them off, and I will plant all this from my fingers down under the soil. And so when she gets done with the water hose, I'll start planting, and we'll actually plant them in the mud, so we'll make sure all the roots are nice and watered. And they'll go on up through there. Okay, Righteous is putting in the couple of corn rows for us. This corn doesn't germinate very well, so I'm going to have him go ahead and come on back down this row. So we got 13 rows planted today. And so this row is squash, corn, black beans, cucumbers, peppers, soon to be more tomato plants. Let's see, this one is the okra, and this one is the little potatoes. And we got 2 rows of flowers here, and this afternoon I'm going to water all this stuff in. We do have rain coming, that's why I really wanted to get it done today, but I want to go ahead and water it all in at least one time, and then we're supposed to have rain in a couple days. So the tomato plants are already perking back up. Look at them. So that was a good morning's work. And over here in the sweet potato bed, they're fixing to pop through the soil, so I'm going to get them well watered too. Back in the garden again today. This is a new update. This is now mid-May, and we've got the rest of our tomato plants to finish out this row. These were the ones we planted about a week and a half ago. Need to go down this row here. And I just wanted to show you how beautiful they are. If you live in Davie County or in the Turkey Foot area, these come from Stella Creek Soaps. and they have their own little greenhouse, and they grow the most beautiful little plants and very reasonably priced, and these are nice big, nice good sized plants. So Righteous and I are fixing to finish this row out. I just got done watering. They've been calling for rain, and it hadn't rained in about 2 weeks. So I went ahead and watered. We're going to, in the morning, till up the middles. And the reason I till instead of putting the rows closer together and mulching is because I don't have that much mulch. I just don't, and if the horse will sashay over just a little bit, she thinks I've got her something. See this place right here? That place was put there about 2 years ago, that dirt place, and it's not grown anything since. We had contaminated hay, and so I'm scared to death to put anybody's hay on here except ours, and we just don't have enough. And so that's why I make my middles wide, so I can get the tiller through here, and then the rows I just hoe. And I've got another big garden over there for vines, so this is fine for the vegetables. The little squash has just started poking up, but they're also poking up in the middle and over here with the corn. Corn's doing real good. These are the black beans, and these are the cucumbers, and we're going to get the trellis up for them tomorrow. These little seeds didn't come up, but over there at the end we have peppers. These are the beautiful tomatoes we planted from Stella Creek. They'll leave information on the bottom so you can come and get some if you need more plants. And these are the ones that we planted probably a week and a half ago. This is our row. Now these are the first rows that we planted, so they're really weedy, but the okra is coming up pretty good. Happy with that. It's that special pink okra, so it's not real prolific. And here is our potato row. Yeah, it's growing really nice weeds. I think we got 3 whole plants, and that's just fine. They come from the grocery store anyway, didn't know if they'd grow. It was an experiment, and I'm going to dig under there and see which ones did grow. But I'm going to let them keep growing. I'm just going to plant flowers in the middle of them. Make it look like I did it on purpose. And then this last row is flowers, and they are definitely coming up really nicely. So tomorrow you'll see where we are going to tidy up the garden and do a little bit of transplant. Some of the corn is missing, and some of it's crowded, so we'll just transplant it. And here's flowers that come up in the tubs voluntarily. I do plant perennials. I don't know what this is going to be. It could be totally weed, but they look like they're fixing to bloom. And over here we got some beautiful ones. Oh my goodness. They are just gorgeous. And I'm going to plant some more to go with these. Just keep the flowers going all year. Collect these seeds. See, these seed heads are just about ready for me to collect. And I'm not going to wait too long to do that so I don't miss them, because these are really pretty. Well, I said I was going to get out here and do the tilling, but it rained again. So it has really got a nice carpet of weeds, and that's okay. We'll just till them back up into the soil. But that's the kind of rain that plants really need. That's what makes them grow so much better than watering them by hand. Everybody is just so much happier when they've had a real rain because everything around them's wet, and they're just doing great. Little corns are so happy. So today what we're going to do, because we can't get into the garden with the tiller, of course, we are going to, like, we've got 2 rows of corn seeing beside each other, and the reason that happened is because we double planted the corn because it was old seed, and this is the kind Mr. Joey likes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that single row, that double row, and put it where it's missing and make a single row all the way down there. We'll do that with those and the little okras we have over there, if we don't sink too bad. Looks like we're going to sink just a little bit, but that's okay. That's basically what I'm doing. I took the little double row right there and filled in right here. And after a rain like this is the best time to do this because the soil is all moist and it's going to stay moist, and they're calling for more rain. So these little corn plants, they will go into shock just a little bit, but then they will shake it off and move on. They will be just behind the other ones, but they'll still grow good. So I'm going to go up through the line and keep doing the same thing. So I wanted to show you a little corn plant. See the little corn still on there? And that little corn, of course, germinated. But I'm going to go right here where, let me get on the other side, my shadow. So we'll get on the other side here where there's none, where I'm going to plant one, and plant this one, and let's see what we find. Get the morning glories out, other weeds. Look, there he is. An ungerminated seed. So they're under there. They just didn't do anything. And there's plenty of them in here. Now if you look at these 2 rows, you'd think they just came up perfectly, and you know they didn't. We had bald spots, double rows in some places, but now they're all evened out just right. And nice full rows. So if you never heard of this done, this is real easy. This is how you do it. If you didn't have a smaller garden like this, it's not worth it. I've done it on big acreage and it's just too backbreaking to do. But on a regular sized garden like this is, no problem at all. This is mid-May, and I am having so much fun getting these peanut seeds together, and I have got 1 row out there all ready to plant, so I'm just picking out these ones that haven't cracked open yet. These are older peanut seeds, or peanuts, that we just didn't eat, and they have some bug damage. So I am going to be planting them double, triple, whatever, because we got plenty of them. There's still a lot of good peanuts in there, so I don't want to discard them. We just didn't get them all eaten this year. So, I am going to, just easier if I don't have to deal with these that aren't cracked and shelled yet. See, one like that, I wouldn't use the seed for. I'll just get rid of him. Not all of them are like that, but I guess I didn't have my bin sealed. I think the lid got knocked off of it. So we have a little moth damage. Pantry moths. Y'all ever had those? Yeah, we war with them every once in a while. But usually a sealed plastic container will keep them out, but it didn't this time. Let's see. That looks good right there. It's just a great day for planting. It is cool out here. It rained yesterday and the ground is still moist. I've got this row ready, and I didn't want to uncover this one yet or get it ready just because it looks like it's going to rain again, and if it rains it'll put a crust on it, and so I've already got to remove the crust, so I don't want to have to do that twice. So if I can get enough peanuts shelled to make another row, normally I put them about 3 inches apart, but not today. Like I said, these seeds are kind of iffy, so we're just going to literally just throw them on. And I might not even have enough for this row. It ended up being just enough for as thick as I sewed them for this one row. So I'm going to quickly cover these up, but I'm going to have to break a whole bunch more peanuts to get this other row done. Looking good though. My squash was a failure. None of it came up. So I have made some little hills, and what's happened is, let's see, I was over here doing the peanuts. We have squash over here and squash over here from last year. The zucchini came up, a few of them did anyway, right here. So what I'm going to do is there's one. I am going to transfer. Here's one I've already transferred, so he's looking a little rugged there. So I'm going to transfer the ones that I find over here and water them in real good and put them in this line to finish up this row. We'll see how that goes. I got them all done except for 2 hills. Didn't have enough plants because I decided to put 2 plants per hill. And they are planted down in the mud, and it is overcast. And if it was 90 degrees out here, I wouldn't try this, but it's still down in the 80s. And it's only gotten 70s today. So this may work. It's just like transplanting them out of a little cell. These are the ones I transplanted the other day. They're and you can see they went into some shock, but one looks fine. And here's another one that I planted the other day that I got out of the garden. One looks good and one looks a little rough. And here's another one that I transplanted the other day. So I'm going to be watching around the garden. I'm sure some more will pop up. And if they don't, I'll just go ahead and put seeds, because it's absolutely fine to just continuously plant squash or zucchini because the bugs will get them. So, and we'll be watching out for that. So they look good, and it's going to be raining this weekend too, so they should be fine.